field like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go. Red light. Looks like he had green on that play.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Second and 2. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 13. Check 13. Let's watch. Right.
They go play action now. Jackson out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. He may try. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down now. It's Miller, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, If you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
First and 10 at the 33.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Eluding the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
A first down carry for Barkley. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
12 yards there and a first down. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a first and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run with a former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Trying to punch it in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem...
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley taking it in. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity, and we finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Darnold. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And an alley to run. He's got the first down inside the 10. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
This guy's well on his way now to a big run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Rams' 5-yard line.
Shut! 61, 58, come on. What's the run? They're run. Hey! Joker.
Now a give, right side. Turner. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Touchdown. I got you, son. That's it.
Jackson from the shotgun. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Lamar Miller. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Lamar Miller, 27 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only...
Touchdown, Carolina! Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A handoff, running left is Miller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A first down carry now for Miller. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A gain there of 30 big ones. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Crosby with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Barkley. Stays on his feet. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Go. Motion. Mark 50. Mark 55. Here we go. Hey, check one.
Now Jackson. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, let's get that ball, Ginn. Let's get that ball.
Jackson going to throw again. Buying time to his left. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a give to Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
We play to win. Let's go! Real side. 50 seconds to Mike. I got it. Hey, ready? 3. Show it.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. Miller with a first down and more. Lamar Miller, the 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Lamar Miller, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Check right. Watch the safety.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Barkley, and he's able to get out, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That one good for 26 and a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, son. 56. You got nothing left.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards on the ground. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Lamar Miller with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Come in. Stay with your man. Out, 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 out.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Watch the twitch.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there.
Let's go.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Mike, 57. Hey, check. Got a double time. Double time.
Play action. It's Darnold. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This is Miller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, Wood.
From the 39, Darnold. He's going deep for Brown. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley, 94 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get it. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
At their own 25-yard
Watch 57. It's our time. It's our time.
They begin with a run by Miller.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Antonio Brown, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Right there. It's going to be a long...
Now Saquon Barkley.
Under 10.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there. They'll go to Barkley again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
It's 3rd and 9.
The Panthers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Switch. 50. Echo. Check. Watch 54.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on. You better bring. Where'd he go? Set up.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
With it is Brown. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Miller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Again, it's Miller. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Antonio Brown with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Rams add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
This one now. 54. 54, Mike. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Magic. 54. Go, go. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got one.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking deep for Adams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down, it's Miller. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Miller. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check three. Ran 80. Hey, Foxtrot. 59 Mike. Check, 59. Hey, watch the slant. Mike, check.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it. 52's the Mike. Check. 52's the Mike. Cut.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated, the front and the back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's got a man. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
52's the mic, right?
Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Let him know. 52's the mic, boys. 52. I'm trying.
Throwing again. Jackson flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
We got motion. Back up.
Now Jackson throwing on 4th down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Keep it up. Watch the edge.
Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.